Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to this Friday webinar. I hope everyone is doing well. As you notice, the last 2 days we didn't have live streamings, but we have today. So, how is everyone doing? Please use the chat box below, guys, and just say hi. If we have new people here, if you join us for first time, please let me know where are you coming from. That will be interesting to just know at least some names in this webinar. Hello, Arturo, Cherry. Good morning, everyone. How do you keep up with the weather in your countries now? Where am I? I can see snow from the window. So, okay, Victor from Australia. Interesting. I used to live in Australia for the last 10 years. Where do you live in Australia, Victor? So, guys, in Sydney, nice. Good morning from London. All right. I used to live in Melbourne most of the time. Yeah, I just moved back to Europe in 1.5 years ago so far. So interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you, if you haven't engaged yourself with the podcast, please make sure you do so, because the traders who listen to the podcast every single week, they have a good understanding of how the fundamentals can affect their trading positions or their trading decisions. And as I always say, markets, price action, discounts, everything. So as I explained you multiple times, when we see a downtrend in the market and we are approaching a level of support, then most likely the news events will speed up the process for the price to move further below, touches the support, and then we will see if it's going to break and hold or if it's going to bounce. It's really good to just have a basic understanding of how the markets operate with the news event. Most of the times I explain it in the podcast, so I find it really valuable for you guys, and that's the reason I'm doing the podcast. And allow me to share where you can find them. So if you go to the website, I'll share the link with you guys. You scroll down, and either you played it from here or you just download it on your device and you have it all the time, and you can listen it for few times. Hello from Slovakia. Hello, South Africa. From windy Melbourne. Yes, exactly. I'm wondering when it's gonna get some sunny in that city now. In Melbourne. I have some friends there sending me pictures all the time. It's windy, it's raining yesterday, especially in the northern suburbs. So with the podcast, also just to make sure we all understand that this content is for general information only, and it's not intended to provide or any trading or investment advice or personal recommendation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't downloaded yet the mobile application of Admirals, please make sure you do so, because it helps you with your trading, with your investing, especially with the investing. To be honest, it's very simple to buy some shares, ETFs from the application. So let me share another screen. This one here. So about the calendar for today, we have two major news events already announced in the UK: consumer confidence and retail sales for the month. They were expecting to drop to 0.3. They dropped to minus 0.4. Usually retail sales indicates how much money residents spend in the country, citizens, not residents. So and about the morning briefing, today's top headline, ladies and gentlemen: UK consumer confidence rose to 5-month high in December. Ukraine steps up attacks on Russia targets in occupied territory. European Parliament corruption scandal cast shadow over EU. US sanctions Russians Rosbank subsidiaries of VTB. EU greenlights 15% corporate minimum tax, advancing global deal. Here in Cyprus, the corporate tax is 2.5%, so they have to implement soon as well. Twitter suspends accounts of several journalists. Adapt fourth quarter revenues up 10% as demand remains strong. And the US places top Chinese memory chip maker on export blacklist. So, guys, please let me know which currency pairs are you still holding. We were holding few pairs so far, so please let me know if you are still on some trades. We had some trades, they played out really well. I don't know if people are still holding the pound US dollar or the euro US dollar. Please let me know. That will be good. Excuse me for a sec. Okay, so let's start with the dollar index as usual. We see the market moving in this downward move. So at this point here, we already had our from here. We don't know now if these trend lines they're going to break and we're going to see some more strength in the dollar. Okay, but what can we say for now? Not what we want to see, but what we have in front of us. It's the information that market came at a support line and found some obstacle to break through, and it's moving upwards. Now, is this the beginning of a new trend? We don't know. There is still too much time ahead for a trend development. If this is going to be the beginning, first we will see, if we draw this trend line, first we will see a break above this. We're going to see a break above that. The 200 moving average will keep going on this direction. So, and at some point we're going to see a creation of a new higher high and higher low. Then and only then we can say that we are in an uptrend, and then and only then we can start buying the dollar. Now, are we going today to sell the dollar? Not at this point, in my opinion, because in technical analysis, we want to see some some reason, some level of confluence, and usually we use 2 or 3 confluence factors to decide when we're going to enter a trade, right? So for now, we are still in this bearishness for the dollar. We came on this support. That's the only information we have. If we are holding some trades, we are patient, but to initiate new trades right now without any reversal or the price action, the price to come to a level of a strong confluence, like if the price comes here, where it's the 200 moving average, that's a strong resistance, along with this downward trend line, another strong resistance, plus these low points here, it's where price found obstacle in the recent past. So that's another resistance. So there are 3 levels of confluence, indicates that price maybe stop and reverse here. All right, that's how we analyze the market in terms of price action, in terms of price movement, ladies and gentlemen. We don't just blindly go and press the trigger because we saw just one thing happen. It doesn't mean when we press the trigger for A, B, C, D reason, we won't experience a winning trade or a losing trade. We just want to use high probability trading setups so we can feel confident to do it over and over and over again, and we don't without having any emotional attachment with the outcome of any particular trade. Moving on, DAX, we saw the market coming down from these price levels, from the high to the low price levels. We managed to create this channel here. Then we saw the break higher. At this point here, we were buying the DAX up to this point there. After this point came, we don't know if the market wants to break higher or if the market wants to go lower. There are many traders, they put some sell directly on resistance, some sell orders. In this time, it played out really well. Now we are around this support, can act as support, or the market will just break through. For me, this price, this move here from end of September until now, it considered as an intermediate trend. So we broke below this trend line. That was a good trend line. Price broke below. So in my opinion, I see a lower low here, a rejection of this high. So that's the double top. If the price retraces back here, I would like to see some sellers coming at this point here, and I will be willing to short it to the downside, okay, based on this pattern here. The FTSE, we said that the primary trend, it's valid for almost a year, 9 months to a year. It's moving just sideways, so we don't have any bias. Then the intermediate trend was uptrend from this support to this resistance. The market came at this resistance, found 2 price action obstacles here, and the market sold off right there. Some traders, they said that they bought, they sold at this point here. So if your stop was somewhere there, it means 44, 46. So you make 4 to 1 up to this point. So you should be out of the trade. 4 to 1, it's a great reward to risk. For now, what we are waiting, we want to see, because we don't have any lower highs and lower lows, we have only this lower, we have only one line here. I would like to see the creation of a lower low, and then on a retracement to look for ways to enter short and target all the way here if the market is going to give us. Okay, if the market is not going to create these lower highs and lower lows, it means there is no trend in place. Maybe it can play sideways here, who knows. All right, that's what we call high probability trades. We call it when the market is trending and we just participate in a trend, and markets don't trend all the time. Okay, then Dow Jones, again, this scenario here, market, it just moved sideways since the beginning of the year or the first quarter of the year. A few days ago, we put this double top with this upper long shadow candle. Other people know it as high test candle or a pin bar, bearish pin bar. However you named it, it's totally fine. The implication shows that sellers are in control. So we have this neckline broken here. Market broke it nicely yesterday, so a follow through can be seen. If you are an intraday trader, definitely after this strong impulse move to the downside, then maybe you can see some opportunities on the 5 minutes, on the 15-minute charts, or some price action on the 1 hour chart. Everything is totally fine because you have now some clarity on the daily chart where the sellers can be in control. And the same pattern is for Nasdaq and the S&P 500. Nasdaq is just moving sideways here, although we broke below this support. Now the room of opportunity, we have to redraw our line, and the first support, it was this one here, but I'm going to put it, I'm going to cut through these shadows just to take 2 closing prices. This is an area of support. Okay, so in my opinion, the market can push all the way down and retested this area here, but we will see it right on the price action. S&P 500, the same. We have this support zone somewhere here or somewhere there, and then a strong support. It's this level here. Okay, so we still have some room. If they weaken, we're going to see them push to the downside. Now, I might trade this one. Personally, I don't. Why? Because, and doesn't mean it's right or wrong if you are trading it, guys. Absolutely fine. The way I will trade this is as follows. Market didn't make a higher high here, okay? But we broke below this upward trend line. So the market found an obstacle here from the resistance and an obstacle here from this trend line. Now, why I didn't take this trade? Because this upper long shadow was too long for me to have an entry point, a stop loss, and a target 321 until the price is going to come to hit this area here. I'm not interested all the time unless the market is trending. Otherwise, I'm not interested to get into a position right here and until the price is going to go all the way down. Maybe it will never go down because it's not in a trending development mode. And that's what I want you guys to understand. When the price are not trending, then there is low probability of any setup. So either we trade with low risk or we wait for trending markets. But because we know that the markets, they don't trend all the time, they trend about 30-40% of a time. So we try to have other price patterns to participate, correct? So in this case, I would like to see some follow through, and before the price is going to hit the strong support, I would like to see some correction and a rejection somewhere here, or from here to there, wherever the price is going to stop, a 50% to 61.8% fib retracement, some level of confluence, and then I'm ready to jump in and execute. Let's go to the currency market now. So, sorry guys, excuse me for a sec. All right. So, pound against the US dollar. At some point, it's been, that's the weekly chart, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks without any correction. So at some point, I want you guys to accept that markets, they don't move in a straight line. It's nice when they move in a straight line, but most of the times they do it in this zigzag mode. Okay. So when we see retracements, we understand that the markets, they want to give back some of the move in order to gain some momentum by welcoming other market participants to go with the move. Now, what I said previously is that this resistance here, it's a strong area of resistance. And what we want to see is after the price breaks above this resistance, we want to see follow through. Now, that was a bit tricky because although we had two closes above the resistance, yesterday we saw all the markets, they got depreciated by the US dollar and they are moving backwards. The only market that was relatively strong, it was the euro, okay, because we didn't see the price action to be so bearish like the Aussie. Aussie was got smashed yesterday. Okay, now let's go back to the pound. We were talking about to buy the pound from this point here. So I believe much profit had been taken around this area. I remember some other people, they entered right here, and I don't know where your stop losses are, guys. I hope you are still in a trade or you took profits and you put break even and so on. So what do we expect today from the pound? There are two scenarios. Either this strong resistance will be the beginning of a new downtrend, or it's going to be retracement and the market will continue in an uptrend. Okay, we don't know what it's going to happen. The only thing we know is what we see here, and we see this pattern. We still see higher highs. So if I still see higher highs and I don't see lower highs, it means I'm in an uptrend. Okay, simple as that. Now, if I don't have a way to participate in the market because of the price action or because of my methodology, that's another story. It doesn't mean the market it's moving in another direction. The market moves in the direction it moves. Okay, and we read the price action, we do technical analysis just to understand where can we enter, in which markets can we enter. It doesn't mean that we have to participate in all the markets all the time. For the euro US dollar, we talked about some entries around here on the break of this ascending triangle pattern. We talked about this bullish engulfing entry here. So it was yesterday, not yesterday, I think 2 days ago, my take profit played out with 4-1. It was a little bit more than 3-1. Okay, so I'm not in this trade anymore. Am I gonna short from here? We have this weekly trend line in the weekly chart. We don't have any sign of reversal, so, and we didn't come at this strong level of resistance. So I'm not gonna just press the trigger right now, because this short-term trend, it's still an uptrend. Yes, the long term is down, but I would like to see some confirmation, to be honest. So for today, what are we doing? 4-hour chart has this this very big pin bar here, or long tail candle, how you call it. The 1-hour chart is trying to put this bearish engulfing line. It looks like we have another 3 minutes until the completion. For some people, it maybe looks like a head and shoulder. To be honest, I don't like to go against the trend on the lower time frame. So when we see these retracements, yes, they can play out. Let's have a look. Sorry, guys, I talked a bit more in the indices today, but it was important to understand. Short on WTI, cool. WTI short. Yes, we are in a downtrend. That's fine. Is it a double bottom on the pound USD yen daily? It looks at double bottom, but from a technical analysis perspective, this double bottom here, we want it to be a little bit far away from each other, like at least 3 weeks, and this double bottom is within 1.5 weeks. So I wouldn't see it that much as a double bottom. I will see more these resistant trend lines here. That's what I will see from technical analysis perspective. Also, a big up for Theo, excellent analyst and teacher. Thank you for every day's good mood, humor, and efficient explanation on price action structure. Thank you so much, Ayan. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays to all. Yeah. Thank you, Ayan. Happy. Yep. Gold buy on the dip. Arturo, gold buy on the dip. Okay. Did you already bought, or are you planning to buy? USD JPY short. Okay, that's from resistance. I believe it's still valid. Hi, why did pound collapse so badly, but euro shoot up yesterday for a while? Thanks. Because that's why the market participants did it, Darshan. Now, on the other hand, if we go on the fundamental, I believe the reason that euro is keeping up stronger than everything else, it's purely because they have so many years to increase their interest rates, even by 0.5%. When they increase the interest rates in the Eurozone, it's something big. Remember that for so many years, interest rates, they were sitting at 0%. Yeah, now they are 2%. It's big increase. but in the UK, in the USA, okay, UK affected by retail sales as well, affected by other stuff. The votes, I think there are nine people, they vote for interest rates hikes in the UK, and only 7 voted this time for hikes. That was very, very surprisingly, in my opinion, because they have so high inflation. Their interest rates are still at 3.5% in the UK, but instead of all the 9 members to be bullish on the hikes, only 7 they were. And I think these factors affected somehow the markets yesterday. If you heard the 30 seconds market update I do every Wednesday, and if you guys are you guys on the Instagram? Are you following the Instagram page or not? Let me share with you the Instagram, because it's really important you guys to here, it's really important you guys to follow us on Instagram, because regardless we put many posts about stocks and how stock market tips and all this stuff, investment rates, stock market and associations, or regardless some TikTok's nice video in terms of funny movement, but in a serious content, okay, about trading and investing. Also, every Wednesday, I do the markets in 30 seconds, okay? And last Wednesday, this one here, I talked about it's an interest rate weeks, and you should understand a few things just from this update. So all the major banks are trying to be bullish on the interest rate, all right, to hike the interest rates. But Bank of England's member 7 only voted for hikes. We thought before the consensus was everyone will vote, but apparently only 7 vote. So that looks that next time maybe they want to if they're going to increase, they're not going to be that bullish maybe. Okay, we get a feeling of what they might want to do next time. And that's why the markets, they just, as we say, markets discount everything. So first we see what the market is, what the price action is doing, and then we find the answers into the fundamentals, right? That's why we do technical analysis. Yes, true, Dashcard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to wrap up for today. It was great to spend this morning with you here at Admirals. I hope you have a great time. I wish you to have a lovely weekend ahead. Nice time with your families. Okay. Happy trading if you're going to trade today, and I look forward to see you again on Monday at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.